color correcting after I primed. So I'm just gonna continue putting this on because we're gonna go for more of a full beat as opposed to an everyday, more natural kind of look. As you can see, I have my lashes on, so this is going to be more full glam beat. I'm gonna let this sit. I know I look ridiculous. I'm gonna let this sit on my face and then blend it in. L'Oreal True Match in shade N6.5. I'm just gonna blend this in. So I'm just about done blending out my foundation. So next I'm gonna move on to concealer. Now I'm applying my NARS Pot Concealer. I will leave the exact name in the description box or in the comments, or both, honestly. But I'm just concealing my under eyes and I'll be taking it down my nose. I use a dry beauty blender to blend in my foundation because I don't like when the sponge soaks up all the product, and I need full coverage because I have texture and acne scars, so I don't need the sponge stealing any of the product. I need it all to be on my face. And I prefer to put the foundation and concealer over my lips because I have discoloration around my mouth, and just helps me create the shape that I want for my lips when I get to my lips. I'll show you what I mean. So what I'm doing now is I'm setting my concealer and foundation with the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade N5. And I'm setting underneath my under eyes and just everywhere, to be honest. This is usually what I do for my full glam beats. I use powder foundation on top of my liquid foundation. And to be honest, I forgot to do my eyebrows before my foundation. So today we're going to be doing my eyebrows after my foundation, which I don't really love to do, but hopefully it turns out okay.
With my Fenty bronzer in the shade Coco Naughty, just around the perimeter of my face. And I pretty much use the exact same base products all the time because I don't like to switch up from what I know works for my skin, because my skin is extremely sensitive, so I can't just use any old products on my skin. And these are products that I know work for my skin, that don't break me out, and that just look good, you know? And Rihanna just never lets me down. She never lets me down. Shout out to FentyBeauty. I'm gonna do my eyebrows after I'm done with this step. honestly love doing my bronzer. One of my favorite steps, to be honest. I would say my favorite steps are my eyebrows, my bronzer, and my lips. Yeah. I really have to concentrate, especially because I didn't do my eyebrows first, so I really have to focus. But I used the e.l.f. eyebrow pomade.
After I use the pomade, I usually just go back with some cool toned brown eyeshadow. The one I use is from Coastal Scents, which is discontinued, so any cool toned brown works, honestly. And then I'll typically just conceal my eyebrows with some NARS concealer, but I think I did pretty good today. I don't think I need to. So we're gonna skip that step, and then we're gonna contour the nose, do some blush, some lips, spray our face down, all the things.
I'm definitely a bold brow kind of girl. I like bold. Bold, arched. Semi-thick, but not too crazy. I feel like that is what works best for me. On my face in particular. That looks pretty good. Let me see. My bronzer to contour my nose. I'm gonna blend it out, I promise. I look crazy, but I'm gonna blend it out, I promise. And I just blend it into the crease of my eye as well. So
when the lines of my nose contour look a little too harsh, I'll go back in with some of my face powder and just go over it just to blend it out some more so that it doesn't look too crazy. See what I mean?
Favorite blush lately has been this e.l.f. Primer-Infused matte blush in the shade Always Rosy. It's like the prettiest, most natural blush kind of look on my skin tone. And then go on my temples with it because I like a higher blush placement because I have chubby cheeks and high cheekbones, so that just works best on my face, but you do what works best for your face. See how pretty that is? Oh, I love it. I'm obsessed. It's been my go-to blush lately. My go-to blush lately. And I can go a little ham with the blush. I like blush. I'm a blush girl. But that is like the softest, most pretty, like, Rosy. I love her.
Next, I'm gonna move on to lip liner. And lately, these two have been my go-tos. The Maybelline New York Lifter Liner in the shade Cross the Line. This is newer, but I love her. My go-to is usually the juviasplace Luxe Liner in the shade Brownie. She's like my everyday. But you know what? We're gonna switch it up and we're gonna go with the Maybelline today. I love how this stays on the lips. And it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Ooh, she honestly needs to be sharpened.
I'm so excited because this is honestly like my favorite part. I'm sorry, it's like I said, my eyebrows, my bronzer, but the lips just really pull it all together. And you focus. Done. I usually go in with, I'm a Juvia's lip girly too. Like, Juvia's face is just so. Now that that's pretty much done, I'm gonna go in with Juvia's Place Sugar Cookie. I'm gonna twist her up. And just dab. I love a cool tone lip for when I'm doing a full face beat. It just does it for me. But I'm actually gonna go in with a warmer toned gloss just to make it more neutral. And this is the Coffee Shop lip gloss from Juvia's Place in the shade Macchiato. I'm gonna just put that on top to make it a little bit more neutral. So it's not too cool, not too warm. Just right in the middle. Yeah. I love that.
And for eyeliner, I use the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner in the shade Intense Charcoal, or the black, whichever. And I also have used the brown. I just love these. I love these. They stay forever in the waterline. And they're so creamy. So yeah. Let's do that bottom mascara, setting spray, and then we're done. And for my bottom lashes, I just use the e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara. Don't mind my mascara faces. They're not cute, but like honestly, is anybody's face cute when they're doing mascara? I don't think so. And a little bit to the upper lashes to blend them with my falsies. Not too much though. If you made it to the end, you're a rare one, and I love you. But yeah, this is a look. This is my full glam beat.
I kind of want to lighten up the center of my lips, so I'm going to be doing that with my Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Sand. Just a little bit. Just to bring a little bit of light to the center of my lips, and I'm going to blend it with my finger. Yeah, like that. And I like. I like this. And this is the finished look. This is my full glam beat that I wear for like special occasions or when I want to be a little bit extra. Almost forgot my highlighter. I always do highlighter because I'm really extra. When I go all out, I go all out. So I either use one of two things to highlight. I use Colourpop's eyeshadow, Super Shock Shadow in the shade Ritz, or I use this SHEGLAM Enigma sparkly eyeshadow in the shade Treasure. I'm gonna mix them, but I'm so glad I remembered because that would have been sad. I like to put it on the tip of my nose where the light hits it. And then I like to bring it down the bridge of my nose. And I like to hit my inner corner.